People are bashing the coaches, bashing the teams, they bashing the referees. Everything right now is just all bad for the teams that lost. For the people, the fans, and everybody. The team that lost, the fans that were with them, that was backing them up, nobody could just say it was a good game. In every football game, there's holding, there's penalties on every play. It just depending on which penalty the referee wants to call. There's a holding call you could call on almost every play. There's a uh, there's something that's happening. So when the referee picks and chooses which play he wants to choose, he just pretty much uh, does it by what he see. And of course, they say the NFL is scripted. So let's get to that. Is this being a script that the NFL is right now to make all the games look like they're going down to the wire, and then the team that they want to win at the end? That's kind of tough to say, and unless you really know the information yourself. And I wouldn't put it past them, but definitely when you see it yourself, that's when you know. It's almost like going to court. If you didn't see what happened, then you can't testify. So if you don't see what's going on, then you can't testify about what's really happening. When you see the final print of what's going on, then you check it out. But overall, the Super Bowl was great. Here in Las Vegas, we had everybody from everybody's city down here in our city, and I'm pretty sure that they all enjoyed it. Other than a few people that might have went to jail for acting silly, being too obnoxious and crazy, but overall, I think most people had a great time. I know every place that I went in Las Vegas, people were laughing, smiling, and having a good time. I stopped in at the Palms, the Wynn, the South Point, the stadium. Oh, also don't forget 5115 Dean Martin, which is right across the street from the stadium. That's where the Vague store is. So make sure you stop in and shop at the Vague store. So don't hesitate. And also, we had the fabulous History Made in Vegas t-shirts. If you didn't get a History Made in Vegas t-shirt, make sure you contact me to get a History Made in Vegas t-shirt. Super Bowl. It's a History Made in Vegas Super Bowl t-shirt. Went bananas out there, so extremely crazy. So if you have any heart for Las Vegas and you want to get that shirt, make sure you contact me. You can go to the website, thevagueringtone.club. That's TheVegringTone .club. So it's dot club because in Vegas mostly it's a lot of clubs that go on, and we clubbing here in Vegas. We be clubbing like the song say from the West Coast. We be clubbing. Hey, listen, in the comment box, let me know what y'all think about the Super Bowl. Let me know what y'all think. Uh, Tell me all your thoughts about about the game and how good of a game it was or how bad of a game it was. To me, the game was exceptionally well. It went down to the wire. Of course, they went into overtime. It also could have been. It also could have went into double overtime. One of the guys with the NFL said that it was going to go in double overtime. In the betting world, if you had a bet that it went in overtime and it was plus 1,200, if you bet it McCaffrey fumbled, it was plus 500. There was so many odds to win some money here in Las Vegas, and that's what this place is all about. The luck and love. It's all about the luck and the love. And also make sure y'all watch the Luck and Love podcast. That's my guy D Love Stacks. But also this gambling here in Las Vegas, the legal part of it, to be able to get your hustle on. It was a lot of money out there to be made on the Super Bowl. All you have to do is just pick the right teams. And I'm not trying to encourage anybody to bet. It's not what I'm doing. I'm just telling you that on those bets, those prop bets, there was a lot of prop bets that were hitting. I mean, a lot of them prop bets with big money hit, not the ones with the small money, the ones with the big money. They all hit. So being here in Vegas, you get a chance to experience and see all of that stuff. Or if you're a gambler and you heavily into it. But let's get back to this Super Bowl. This Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes didn't get the ball to Kelsey in the first half, but one time. The guy on the other end was definitely D'ing him up. And people say, well, it was scripted. He got hurt. Uh, there was nothing happening. He just, running in the game and hurt himself. Things like that can happen. Well, once that happened and he went out of the game, of course, Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey started working the field and they started working the game. And there's so many things that happened in the game. Let's talk about Andy Reid getting shoved by Kelsey. Let's talk about Andy Reid being pushed and almost knocked down by this young, hardcore stud. This guy wanted to win so bad that he ran up to the coach and he smashed him like if he was the defender playing against an offensive player. Now, look, if that was Antonio Brown, he'd be out of the league. If that was Ocho Cinco, he'd have been fined up the ass. If that was Jerry Rice, he probably wouldn't have let him play again. When black, when black, when black, when black people, when black folks do the same thing that the white folks do, they turn it into a ugly situation because it's never the same outcome. If there was the same outcome and they was consistent with it, if they had the same outcome and they was consistent with the penalties of how they treat people in any sport or even in the world, if the penalties stayed the same, we wouldn't be talking like this today. But I guarantee you, the commentator and everybody else, if that had been Chris Jones do that, oh, he would have been a thug. He would have been need to go to jail. He's arrest him. This is what white people would be saying. And we know this. So stop with the BS for real. The penalties, they go for everybody the same because we all human. And when you get into the color of the skin because we're black and those people are white, and you get into the color, it's ridiculous that you show the favoritism towards one race versus another race when we're all the human race. Just because of the color of the skin. Man, you people need to get it together. Y'all need to straighten that up. We don't mind watching a great game. We don't mind the coach being shoved. But when it's being done by a black guy, he is slandered, ridiculed, killed, and stomped and chewed up and threw in the ocean. And then they're fining his family millions of dollars. But when someone else does it, so let's see what happens. It's 2 days after the Super Bowl. Let's see exactly what kind of punishment they give him. Let's see exactly what's going to happen. And let's see how they handle it. It's already been to where nothing was said about it. It's just been kind of swept under the rug, disappeared. Even though I enjoyed the Super Bowl, I loved it. I'm glad that Patrick Mahomes won. I'm looking forward for Kansas City to be a really dominant team. But you know that black and silver is coming. You know the Raiders are coming. They got a taste of seeing what the Super Bowl was like right here in their home, and they wasn't in it. That's not going to make them feel too good. And we got a great team. We got a great coach. And we got a season coming up ahead of us. I don't know who your team is, but in the comment box, you could drop your team or anything that I'm talking about. You could let me know. Let me take a look and see if we have. All right. I was just checking the comments and what people are saying. Okay, let's see what's going on. Hang in there with me, man. I am the Vague, represents Vegas. I am the number one. Yeah. I am the number one. So how is everybody out there doing? What's your plans like today? Now that the Super Bowl is over with, come to Las Vegas. Stop in at the Vegas store, 5115 Dean Martin, Building 4, Suite 401. Pick up some Vague gear. Also, you can pick up the Super Bowl shirt there. Of course, we got the Stanley Cup final, the WNBA, and all of that. Stop in because this stuff goes fast. People come in all the time. So if you're not coming in shopping regularly, some of the stuff that you might want might be gone. And we're not holding any product unless you pay for it in advance. Come on out to the Vague store, 5115 D Martin, Building 4, Suite 401. Let me know what y'all thought about the Super Bowl. Let me know what teams you want to see in the Super Bowl next year. Let me know what quarterback you want to see win it. If there's a team that you want to see go undefeated, or if there's a team that you want to see lose every game, anything you like, just type it in the comment box below. Also, click subscribe, hit like and share with all of your friends and your family members. And today I have on my lovely Turkish hat that I got from a good friend of mine by Imam Fatim. This is a real hat that comes from there. You see the symbol and everything. This hat is like kind of cool. And of course, it doesn't get that cold here in Vegas, but the style of it, it looks good. And also, it keeps my ears warm and my head. So if you don't have one of these, I'm not encouraging you to go and get one, but I tell you, if you don't have one of these, you're slipping. I almost was slipping until a couple of days ago when I got this hat. I was looking, I said, what is that right there? I said, that looked like one. And my partner say, oh, that's a Turkish hat. He said, you want it? I said, of course. And it was that simple. Las Vegas hosted the Super Bowl. And a lot of people say this was one of the best Super Bowls they ever seen because it was hosted in Las Vegas. Super Bowl 58 was very special to a lot of people. We just actually got a team here in Vegas. We just actually got the stadium, and we already got the Super Bowl right here. Las Vegas is a great place for people to come to entertain themselves because we are the number one, the capital. We are the number one. We are the entertainment capital of the world. If you don't know by now, now you know. Check in, click subscribe, hit like, hit share, rock with me, and let's see exactly who's all down. Who's down with the vague ringtone? So check it out. As I'm going live and everybody that's here in Vegas that's checking out what I'm doing, make sure that y'all download the Vague Ringtone. You go to the iTunes store, you go to Michael Elliott, then you type in the THEVEG. That's all you need to type in. Then you download the ringtone. Let's make this thing popping. I am the number one guy here in Vegas. When you get to Vegas, you come and see me in the comment box. Make sure y'all drop below. Type in THEVEG. That's exactly what I want to see. Type in THEVEG. That's the Vague Ringtone. That's everything that stands for unity and peace and love. We don't want to get this twisted. We want to continue to stay focused and powerful on the journey of this movement of the vague. The vague is something that everybody should be a part of. I mean, even all around the world, because it's bringing unity and peace. And the Super Bowl that just took place here in Las Vegas, we wanted to come back. We really want this to come back. And every hustler in the city that was out there hustling, I mean, shout outs to everybody. Shout out to everybody that was from Vegas that was actually had a part of the Super Bowl, that was actually there on business. Hey, shout out to everybody that did that. and also the hustlers in the streets that hustle the T-shirts out on the corners and the street signs and all of that. I'm thankful that some of the people got a little money, but there wasn't enough money for more locals to get paid. There was I heard that there was people out stopping people from selling on the corners and things like that. There was a lot of that type of stuff that was taking place. So I'm not really sure how much was out there and how deep they was, but I know we was able to get off uh, 5,000 T-shirts with history made in Vegas. So if you got one of those, hey, kudos to you. And I tell you, listen, I tell y'all one thing: Las Vegas, it's definitely a place to be, but don't be here without contacting me. Make sure you contact the VEG. You can contact me at 702-960-9690. Find out anything about Las Vegas. We're also doing a Las Vegas documentary. And anybody that's from Las Vegas that want to be a part of the documentary, dial that number, get in contact with me. This is going to be bananas. This is going to be great. Right now, the team is together. Everybody is strong. We're pushing. We're moving. Be a part of the train that's rolling. If you're not a part of it, you're going to get ran over or you're going to get left behind. You know how the story goes. This will not go unnoticed. Hey, let's get back to the Super Bowl just a little tad bit. In the Super Bowl, the running backs for both teams had a rough time. The receivers had a rough time. So that means both teams, the defenses were really playing well. I didn't have a whole lot of faith in the defense for the 49ers when the game first started, but I do respect the defense now. Even though that they didn't win the game, I do have respect for the defense. I just didn't see I didn't see anything special on the defense during the season. The Super Bowl, it happened to be who was the quarterback who had the ball last. Both quarterbacks did well, but who had the ball last? And then when it came down to the point where Purdy was supposed to score, he wasn't able to do it. The defense for Kansas City, those dudes stepped up and they really played well. Led by the Chris Jones, you know how I go. Hey, listen, everybody that's in Vegas, we want you to download the Vague ringtone. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. If you're in Vegas, if you touch down in Vegas, when you get to Vegas, you download the Vague. Do not hesitate. The Vague, it's spelled VEG. Let's keep that straight because it's representing Vegas. You guys have to understand this. This is what we've been doing, and this is what we've been talking about for years. Be with me, stick with me. Hey, come find me. In Vegas, you never know the luck you may run into just being in the presence of the Vague. I am the Vague, represent fully. I run all through the west side, I run all through the north, all through the south, and all up north. Full circle from all the way from the uh, bums all the way to the politicians. I deal with everybody. Also, my program with my chess that I deal with the youth, the troubled youth, giving them life skills through chess. If y'all don't know about it, hey, if you want to be involved, contact me. Phone number 702-960-9690. There's big things going in Las Vegas. You have to also uh, you have to also check out some of the spots that are here. I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, After Hours Pizza, Bonneville and Las Vegas Boulevard. Make sure you check that out. Another one of our sponsors, GPMG, 930 West Orange. Media, mass media. That's how we getting all of this done. GPMG. Thank you. And I also, every time I do this, I got to give a solo shout out to my man Bonafide. Bonafide, no team player, always down. Hey, listen. Hey, when you get to Vegas, what you gonna do? You gonna contact the Vague. I am the Vague, representing Las Vegas to the fullest. Hey, we ain't talking fast cars and flashy lights. We talking it all. You understand? Can you dig it? That's what they say. So anybody that thinks their team is going to the Super Bowl next year, type it in the comment box below. Make sure you hit subscribe, click like, give us everything that you think that's going to happen in the season next year and the teams that's going to be in the Super Bowl. I tell you, I really believe Kansas City will be there again next year, and I really think that they would win it. If they don't win it, the Raiders is going to be the one to knock them out, and the Raiders will be the one to win it. You heard that here first from your man, the Vague. So make sure you download, and also you can look at the top of the screen, and what's strolling at the top of the screen, what you see up there, that's how you download the Vague. All you have to do is follow that, and you will have the Vague. That tune is extremely crazy. Thanks for everybody watching and tuning in to the show. Also catch me on UMTV, Uncle Mario Total Media, when I do my other show. I got shows here, there, here, there, here, there. Hey, so check out my show. Let's have some fun. And if you want to be a guest on my show, make sure you contact me, 702-960-9690. If you want to be on my show, a guest on my show, we talk about open topics, relationships, love, uh, misunderstanding, sports. We talk about A to Z on my show, so make sure you get with me. Let me host you up. It doesn't matter what the topic is. Let's do it. I am the Vague. Hey, don't forget to click subscribe and don't forget to hit like. Everybody that's out there, the Vague is blowing up to the ultimate. Stay tuned. Don't quit on me. Be a part of what I'm doing. Peace, love, and happiness. That's what the Vague mean. We out.